So, benvenuti, welcome to Roma. Madame the President, Madame Rajavi, Mr. Chairman, Mr. Terzi, dear colleagues Terzi, my dear friend and brother, the former President of the European Council, Charles Michel, all distinguished speakers and leaders, dear mayors, because there is a delegation of Italian mayors, thank you so much to be here. A very important presence. You have the mayor, the famous former mayor of New York City, and this is a delegation. I was mayor in Florence. Yes, more beautiful than New York, for sure. I know you are half Italian, but I have bad news for you. Because when you look the very beautiful Iranian women and you told her, I'm dressed white as you, remember in Roma there is another American dressed white who is the Pope. You are not the Pope, my dear friend. There are too much American here with dressed white. But, jokes apart, I think it's a great pleasure and honor to be with you. Last year, I was in Paris, and I was very surprised for the very great welcome of French people, French community, French Iranian community. But I'm so proud here in Roma. Your welcome was unbelievable, and thank you so much when the people arrive and you continue to say benvenuti, benvenuti a Roma, la città eterna. Roma is not only the capital of law, the land of law. Roma is the eternal city. And this country, Italy, was the first to cancel the execution. And in the 10 points of Madame Rajavi, it's very important to underline stop to execution, stop the deaths, stop because what happened in your beautiful country is unacceptable. And I want with you remember the name of Mehdi Hashani and Behrouz Eshani, because I think they died for you, for us, for our freedom, for your freedom. We will remember with our leg exactly what they are important for us. And we cannot forget their name. Exactly as all the names, and it's very sad, but at the same time beautiful. When you enter in the Palazzo dei Congressi, look a lot of pictures of people died by regime, people who continue to live in our heart and in our fight. So thank you so much, because every event remember the people who gave their life and continue to inspire the new generation, because as you used to say, victory will arrive. And as a Latin expression, there is ubi concordia, ibi victory. If there is agreement, we will arrive at the victory. That is the message of Roma. And the second point, in my opinion, is what happened in the last 12 months from our last meeting in Paris. We understood the title of your platform and also of our event today is the only way. Because the last year explained to us it's impossible to arrive to freedom with a foreign war, and it's impossible to arrive to the freedom with the appeasement. When you write no foreign war, no appeasement, regime change by the people of Iran and their resistance, this is the only way, and we understood. Unfortunately, this is the only way, because it's the most difficult way. And we understood that when we understood how was weak the regime. I was in Tehran 10 years ago, 9 years ago. I met Ayatollah Khamenei. And my delegation told me, Matteo, Prime Minister, I was Prime Minister, he's scary. When I look the images of today, of the last weeks, of the last months, everyone understands the Ayatollah is not scary. He's afraid. He's afraid because he knows his time is over. But the only way to build an alternative is not the bomb, is not the appeasement, is create a new generation of leadership in Iran. And that is the only way, and we are here from different countries to say together, that is our battle. That is our battle in European institutions. And let me be very frank, my friends. When Madame Rajavi remembered the past, she was very nice because she didn't underline the mistakes of European community and the European intelligence in 1979. Because in 1979, when Ayatollah Khomeini was in Paris, a lot of cultural leaders, particularly in France, but not only in France, described him as a great leader, believed in his leadership. And that was a tragedy, because the names of the people who supported 46 years ago Ayatollah Khomeini in the cultural elite of some countries, also in European countries, were names very important and significant. We made mistakes because we didn't understand the necessity and the needs of the Iranian community. Now, we cannot repeat the same mistakes. Now there is a very different story. I was welcomed by Davide, an engineer, a son of your history. He's an Italian guy. He studied and he graduated in engineering here, as a lot of your son, your daughter. I was mayor of Florence, and I met a lot of Iranian people who escaped from the terrible regime in the 70s and 80s, and they are now a solid pillar of Italian community. But at the same time, I touch with my hands how your community is so proud and glad to be part of Iranian history, Iranian future, Iranian community. We have to fight together. We have to combine in this globalized world the double roots, the roots of your culture, the roots of the culture of Italy and other countries. And that is also the last message I want to share with you. Will be not easy. Latin used to say per aspera ad astra. If you want to go to the star, you have to be in trouble, through difficulties. Per aspera ad astra is your history, your experience with a lot of young and not young people killed by regime, executed by regime. But per aspera, you will arrive ad astra. If you will be proud to combine together the past and the future. This city is the capital of the past. Roma is the city in which everything remembers a glorious past. But this city is also the city of the future, is eternal city. You understand your soul when you look and you walk in the Roma streets. Now I think it's time for you also to remember your culture, because your community comes from one of the most important civilizations in the history. Because Iran is not the land of massacres, of horrible thinks of the terrible, bad regime is not that. Iran is, first of all, the place in which a lot of great things were born in the history. Iran is the first place of democracy before the Greece. And it's very important. There is in the 10 points of Madame Rajavi the message about democracy. But you have to invest for the new generation in education, in culture, in identity. Combine together your past with your future. Will be easy? Not. Per aspera ad astra. But this is time for democracy. This is time for justice. This is time for peace. This is time for free Iran. God bless you.